In model paper, we are entering into the section B. In that section B, 11th and 12th questions in 2020 and 21 model paper, both the questions are from locus. So let us have a discussion. 11th question. A of 2 comma 3 and B of minus 3 comma 4 are two given points. Find the equation of locus of P so that the area of the triangle PAB is 8.5 square units. So all the locus problems, you remember, dear students, the first step is let P of x comma y be any point on the locus. The first step, let P of x comma y be any point on the locus. This is the first point. Next step, given points. What are the given points? A equal to 2 comma 3. This you can take as x1 y1, and B equal to minus 3 comma 4 x2 y2. This given point, assuming point, no, this we can take as x3 y3. What is the given condition? The area of triangle PAB is 8.5. Given that, or given condition, geometrical condition. The area of triangle PAB is 8.5 square units. That is area of triangle PAB, right? Formula half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 is equal to 8.5. So here 2 we can take this side and substitute the respective values of x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 in this. x1 value is 2 into y2 minus y3. y2 value is 4. y3 value is y. Here I already given here. Plus x2 value minus 3 into y3 minus y1. y3 value is y minus y1 value is 3. Plus x3 value is x into y1 value is 3 minus y2 value is 4 is equal to 2 into 8.5. Two into 4 8 minus 2y minus 3y minus 3 into minus 3 plus 9 plus 3x minus 4x, which is equal to 8.5 into 2, 17. So now write in the order mod 3x minus 4x is minus x, minus 2y minus 3y minus 5y, 9 plus 8, 17, which is equal to 17. If we remove modulus plus or minus, we will get this side. So minus x minus 5y plus 17 is equal to plus or minus 17. From here, two cases will write it. One is minus x minus 5y plus 17 is equal to 17, and minus x minus 5y plus 17 is equal to minus 17. Here both 17 will be cancelled. Minus also take common. Minus of x plus 5y is equal to 0, and 17 get cancelled now. And here minus x minus 5y plus 17, even minus 17 also we can take this side, plus 17 equal to 0. So minus we can take this side, it will becomes x plus 5y equal to 0, and minus x minus 5y plus 34 equal to 0. So x plus 5y equal to 0. Take common minus from the second equation. X plus 5y minus 34 equal to 0. So minus we can take this side. You will be getting x plus 5y equal to 0 and x plus 5y minus 34 equal to 0. Last conclusion step, you need to write it. Therefore, the locus of point P, otherwise the required locus, the locus of point P is the product of these two equations. You can write it x plus 5y into x plus 5y minus 34 equal to 0. I hope everyone understands this, students. This is the way you can do that. Question number 11 completed. And question number 12. Find the equation of the locus of point P if a equal to 4 comma 0, b equal to minus 4 comma 0. And here geometrical condition is mod PA minus PB is equal to 4. So first step is let P of x comma y be any point on the locus. We'll move to the question number 12 answer. Question number 12 solution. Let P of x comma y be any point on the locus. First step, that is. Next step, given points a equal to 4 comma 0 and b equal to minus 4 comma 0. Once again I'll show that values here. A 4 comma 0, b minus 4 comma 0. And the condition is given condition or given geometrical condition. You can write anyone, not compulsory writing 2. What is the condition here? PA minus PB mod is equal to 4. If we remove modulus, this side we are getting plus or minus. So PA minus PB is equal to plus or minus 4. Minus PB I am taking into RHS. So PA is equal to PB plus or minus 4. Minus PB we can take this at plus PB. After that, squaring on both sides, you have to do that. So PA square, here PB plus or minus 4 whole square. So PA square is equal to PB square plus 4 whole square, 16. 2AB, here if you consider plus, plus 2AB will come. If you consider minus, minus 2AB. So plus or minus 2 into PB into 4. So 8 PB. So after that, the meaning of PA square. PA means distance between P point and A point. A is 4 comma 0. Here once again I am writing the values of A and B according to convenience. P is x comma y, locus point. So PA square, whenever square is there, without root you can write. And here one more distance between points also I am writing formula for the convenience of students. Root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Suppose if you are writing AB square, root not be there. So x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So based on that, PA square, x minus 4 whole square without root ma, plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to PB square, x minus of minus 4 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square plus 16 plus or minus 8 pb. No need to expand pb value. You can leave it like this. Here y minus 0 whole square, y minus 0 whole square get cancelled. So x square plus 16 minus 8x, a minus b whole square expansion. Here a plus b, x square plus 16 plus 8x plus 16 plus or minus 8 pb. Both sides x square plus 16 will be cancelled. This 8x and 16 I am taking this side, these values. Except plus or minus 8 pb we can take into the LHS. So minus 8x minus 8x minus 16 is equal to plus or minus 8 pb. That implies that minus 16x minus 16, which is equal to plus or minus 8 pb. So in LHS 16 multiples are there. Here in RHS 8 multiple is there. So I am taking common here minus 8. So the rest of the terms here 2x plus 2, which is equal to here also minus 8. If you take out common here, the remaining term only pb is there, plus pb. So both sides minus 8 will be cancelled. 2x plus 2 is equal to pb. Squaring on both sides, 2x plus 2 whole square is equal to pb square. That pb square means distance between p point and b point. So x minus of minus 4 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square. So here 2x plus 2 whole square is 4x square plus 4 plus 2 into 2x into 2. So 8x, which is equal to x square plus 16 plus 8x plus y square. Both sides 8x get cancelled. This x square and y square we can take this side. 4x square minus x square, after that y square term, plus y square you can take this side, minus y square, equal to constant here 16, here constant, LHS constant also we are taking into the RHS. 4x square minus x square is 3x square minus y square is equal to 12. So therefore 3x square minus y square equal to 12, which is the required equation of locus. Or you can write like this, 3x square by 12 minus y square by 12 is equal to 1. 3 ones are 3 fours are. So x square by 4 minus y square by 12 equal to 1, which is the required locus. I hope everybody understands, the students. We'll move to the next question number 13 and 14, which are belongs to transformation of axis. Question number 13. When the origin is shifted to the point A of 2, 3, the transformed equation of the curve is x square plus 3xy minus 2y square plus 17x minus 7y minus 11 equal to 0. Find the original equation of the curve. In the question, two important things you have to remember, dear students. First, you have to observe whether it is given transformed equation or old equation. The transformed equation of the curve is, that means given equation is new equation. That means in the answer step, you have to write in the capital letters. And shifted origin. Given shifted origin. Given shifted origin. That is 2, 3. Shifted origin is denoted by h, k generally. Therefore, h is equal to 2 by comparing x coordinates and y coordinates respectively. And k is equal to 3. Next, given transformed equation, this is the first step. Given transformed equation. you have to write in the capital letters. Capital X square plus 3 into capital XY minus 2 into capital Y square plus 17 into capital X minus 7 into capital Y minus 11 equal to 0. Put in the equation number 1. So for this equation we need to calculate original equation. So we have the relation between transformed point, old point and shifted origin. Small x is equal to capital X plus h and small y is equal to capital Y plus k. So we required capital X and capital Y na. So from this relation capital X make as a subject, so small x minus h and capital Y is equal to small y minus k. Capital X is equal to small x minus h value 2 and capital Y equal to small y minus k value is 3. So capital X and capital Y values substitute in equation 1, we will get the original equation. So now in the third step, this is the turning step. Till here you will get 1 mark, substituting in place of capital X and capital Y 1 mark, 2 marks. After the simplification and getting answer is 2 marks. So capital X comma capital Y values substitute in equation 1, we get x minus 2 whole square plus 3 into x minus 2 into y minus 3 minus 2 into y minus 3 whole square plus 17 into x minus 2 minus 7 into y minus 3 minus 11 equal to 0. So x square minus 4x plus 4 a minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square plus 3 into keep bracket actual multiplication x into y xy minus 3x minus 2y plus 6 bracket close minus 2 into a minus b whole square expansion y square minus 6y plus 9 bracket close and actual multiplication 17 into x 17x minus 17 to the 34 minus 7 into y minus 7 into minus 3 plus 21 minus 11 equal to 0. So x square minus 4x plus 4 each and every term multiplying by 3 3xy minus 9x minus 6y plus 18 minus 2y square plus 12y minus 18 plus 17x minus 34 minus 7y plus 10 equal to 0. 21 minus 11. So now here minus 18 plus 18 get cancelled. Write first x square, after that xy term. So x square plus 3xy. Next y square. So minus 2y square. Minus 4x minus 9x minus 13x. Sorry, minus 4x minus 9x and plus 17x is there. So directly we can write as plus 4x na. Next minus 6y plus 12y. So plus 6y minus 7y is minus y. Next plus 4 plus minus 34 minus 30 plus 10 minus 20, which is the required old equation. Therefore the original equation of the given of the curve is x square plus 3xy minus 2y square plus 4x minus y minus 20 equal to 0. That's all. We'll move to the Next question. I think question number 14. We'll see that what is that question number 14. It is related to rotation of axis. When the axes are rotated through an angle pi by 6, find the transformed equation of this curve. So they are asking to calculate transformed equation. That means the given equation is what? Original equation. So transformed equation we need to calculate when the axes are rotated through an angle pi by 6. So we will write it the proper steps. Here the first step is given rotated angle. Given rotated angle. Theta is equal to pi by 6. That is equal to 30 degrees. Next, find the transformed equation means given equation is original equation. Given original equation. Given original equation. So, x square plus 2 root 3 xy minus y square is equal to 2a square. Keep that equation number 1. So, original equation means it contains a small x and small y. So, from the table we have in the rotation of axis, so here capital X, capital Y, small x, small y, here cos theta, here cos theta, here minus sin theta, here sin theta. Not compulsory to draw, but for the convenience, we'll do like this. This is the best way. So from the table, small x is equal to capital X cos theta minus capital Y sin theta. So immediately theta value substitute capital X into cos 30 minus capital Y into sin 30. Here I am providing the values of sin 30 and cos 30. Cos 30 root 3 by 2 sin 30, which is equal to 1 by 2. So, capital X into root 3 by 2 minus capital Y into 1 by 2. So, small x is equal to take LCM 2 and x root 3 minus y. Small x value in terms of capital X and capital Y. Similarly, y value also you can calculate. So, from the table small y is equal to capital X sin theta plus capital Y cos theta. Substitute the respective values, capital X into sin 30 plus capital Y into cos 30. So, y is equal to capital X into sin 30 1 by 2 minus plus capital Y into cos 30 root 3 by 2. So, small y is equal to take LCM 2 x plus root 3 y root 3. So, after getting of the values of x and y, substitute in equation 1. So, first step is rotation of angle, rotated angle, given original equation. For calculating small x and small y values in terms of capital X and capital Y, till here you will get 2 marks. Substituting in the given equation, third mark, and simplification and getting the answer is 4 marks. So now capital X comma capital Y values, sorry, small x comma small y values, substitute in equation 1, we get the equation is, I remember that, x square. That means capital X root 3 minus capital Y divided by 2 whole square plus 2 root 3. 2 into root 3 into xy. So x root 3 minus y divided by 2 into y value, capital X plus y root 3 divided by 2 minus y square. So minus x plus y root 3 by 2 whole square is equal to 2a square. Now step by step we will simplify. Here while simplifying also you have to follow my rules. My rules means it is not my rule. This is the way, if you go it will be easy. That is my intention to tell that. So here numerator a by b whole square, no, so x root 3 minus y whole square divided by 2 square means 4. We can keep it like this. 2 root 3 divided by, here 2 into 2, 4, we can write it, but don't divide, you can leave it like this. After that keep bracket and actual multiplication, you have to do that. So x root 3 into x, so x square into root 3. Next x root 3 into y root 3, so plus xy into root 3 is, we can write like this. After that we will change, minus xy minus y into y root 3, so minus y square root 3 minus, keep bracket, capital X plus y root 3 whole square divided by 2 whole square is 4, which is equal to 2a square. So now in every term in LHS denominator is 4, no, so take common and we can take into the RHS. It will becomes x root 3 minus y whole square plus 2 root 3 into root 3 x square plus 3xy, why, because root 3 into root 3 is 3, 3xy minus xy minus root 3y square minus capital X plus y root 3 whole square is equal to 8a square. So a minus b whole square expansion here, root 3 whole square is 3, 3 into x square, 3x square minus 2ab, 2 into root 3 into xy plus y square plus each and every term multiplying by 2 root 3. So 2 root 3 into root 3 is 2 into 3, 6, 6x square. Next 2 root 3 into 3xy plus 6 root 3xy minus 2 root 3xy. I am not simplifying, directly I am writing. Minus 2 root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 3 to the 6 minus 6y square. Minus key bracket and expand a plus b whole square. X square plus 2 root 3 into xy plus root 3 whole square is 3 into y square is equal to 8a square. So 3x square minus 2 root 3 xy plus y square plus 6x square plus 6 root 3 xy minus 2 root 3 xy minus 6y square minus x square minus 2 root 3 xy minus 3y square is equal to 8a square. So here minus 2 root 3 xy minus 2 root 3 xy minus 2 root 3 xy. The dotted symbols all are minus 6 root 3 xy plus 6 root 3 xy. All will be cancelled. Next x square terms we will take it now. 3x square plus 6x square, 9x square, 9x square minus x square, 8x square. Now the dotted values you can eliminate. So for convenience we can do that. Next, y square terms. Minus 6y square minus 3y square minus 9y square plus y square minus 8y square, which is equal to 8a square. So 8 take common from both sides. 8 into capital X square minus capital Y square equal to 8a square. 8 get cancelled. Therefore, capital X square minus capital Y square is equal to a square, which is the required transformed equation to the given curve, which is the transformed equation to the given curve. That's all. I hope everyone understand. We'll move to the next question. Question number 15. Find the points on the line 3x minus 4y minus 1 equal to 0, which are at a distance of 5 units from the point 3 comma 2. So solution for question number 15. So find the points on the line. Let p of x comma y be any point on the line three x minus 4y minus 1 equal to 0. You put that equation number 1, which are at a distance of 5 units from the point 3 comma 2. So draw the rough figure. This is the line. Here we are assuming that the point p of x comma y and given point is 3 comma 2. The distance between these two is given as how many units? 5 units. This point you can take as A. Find the points on the line. This is equation number 1. So slope of equation 1 calculate. Why I am asking, I am calculating slope? To get the points, whenever 5 is there, this is we will consider as R, distance between these 2 points, PA. Slope of equation 1, m is equal to minus x coefficient by y coefficient. So minus 3 by minus 4, which is equal to 3 by 4. M means what? Tan theta only, no? M means slope. Slope tan theta equal to 3 by 4. So draw the rough figure of triangle. Why? Because 3, 4, 5 is a right here theta. Tan theta means opposite by adjacent side. So obviously 3, 4 is there means 5 Pythagorean triples. From this calculate the values of sin theta and cos theta. From this triangle, sin theta is equal to 3 by 5 and cos theta equal to 4 by 5. Given that distance between P and A, AP is equal to R, that is equal to 5. So to get the coordinates of the point P of x comma y on the line by using parametric equations, of straight lines, we have the formula. X comma y equal to x1 plus or minus r cos theta, y1 plus or minus r sin theta. So that x1 y1 means the given point. This is here where p is equal to where a is equal to 3 comma 2, which is given on the point x1 y1. So sin theta cos theta values we have. x1 value is 3 plus or minus r value 5, cos theta value 4 by 5. y1 value 2 plus or minus r value 5, sin theta value 3 by 5. 5 get cancelled. So 3 plus or minus 4, 2 plus or minus 3. If we consider in x coordinate and y coordinate plus 3 plus 4 comma 2 plus 3, and if we consider minus 3 minus 4, 2 minus 3, which is equal to 7 comma 5 and minus 1 comma minus 1. Therefore the points on the line are 7 comma 5 and minus 1 comma minus 1. That's all. We will move to the next question. Question number 16. In the question number 16, once you go through that, show that the points 0 comma 0 comma 0, a of 2 minus 3 comma 3, minus 2 comma 3 comma minus 3 are collinear. 3 points given. They are asking to prove these points are collinear and find the ratio in which each point divides the segment joining the other two. It's a very good question conceptually. Each and every point divides the line segment of joining of other two. See, in the question number 16 solution, first given points you write it, after that we will discuss. Given points O equal to origin 0 comma 0 comma 0 and a point a equal to 2 minus 3 3 and b equal to minus 2 3 minus 3, or they are asking to prove these points are collinear. So whenever the 3 points are collinear, we have two methods. The determinant formed by these 3 points is equal to 0, then the points are collinear. But here, why we are not approaching this method, determinant method? We will go for distance method. Sum of any two distances is equal to third distance, then the points are collinear. Suppose for example, in this question, OA plus AB is equal to OB, or OA plus OB is equal to AB. Like this situation if will arise, then the points are collinear. Sum of any two distances is equal to third distance, then the points are collinear. So what is the advantage to calculate the distances? Means I will explain in the coming steps. First calculate the distance OA, OB and AB. So OA, distance between origin and the point. We know that the distance between origin and the point is root over x square plus y square plus z square. Here a equal to 2 minus 3 3, no? So 2 minus 0 whole square 4, minus 3 minus 0 whole square 3 square 9, 3 minus 0 whole square 9. So root over 9 plus 9 18 plus 4 22. Next OB, which is equal to square root of minus 2 minus 0 whole square 4 plus 3 square 9 plus again 3 square 9 minus 3 whole square. So root over 22. Next AB, distance between A point and B point, 2 minus of minus 2 whole square 4 square. Here x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square formula you can apply. So minus 2 minus 2 whole square means minus 4 whole square. So otherwise for some students convenience I am writing plus 3 minus of minus 3, 3 plus 3 whole square minus 3 whole square. So root of minus 4 whole square is 16, and 6 square 36, again 36. So root over 36 plus 36, 72. 72 plus 16, 88. Now 88 can be written as root of 4 into 22. 4 we can take outside, 2 root 22. Am I right? Now consider OA plus OB is equal to root 22 plus root 22. That is equal to 2 root 22. 2 root 22 means AB value only, no? So OA plus OB is equal to AB. OA plus OB is equal to AB if and only the points OAB are collinear. So till here you will get 2 marks. After that they are asking find the ratio in which each point divides. So total 3 cases will arise. In the case 1 the figure will come like this. OAB, no? So OAB, just that means in this case 1 A divides OB in the ratio OA is to AB. What is OA from here? OA value we got it now, root 22. So root 22 is to AB value we got it as 2 root 22. So root 22 root 22 get cancelled, 1 is to 2. So that means A divides OB in the ratio of OA is to AB. So it is 1 is to 2 ratio. Similarly, second case, case 2. So the figure will come like this. A, B and O. So that means B divides. So in this case, observe carefully. B divides AO in the ratio AB is to BO. AB is to BO or OB. AB. What is AB? 2 root 2. 2 root 22. Is to OB or BO? Root 22. So root 22 root 22 get cancelled. 2 is to 1. This is about second case. Third case. In this. So O divides AB in the ratio. O divides BA or AB in the ratio BO is to OA. BO is to OA. What is BO? BO means OB. 2 root 22. Is to OA means root 22. So these two will be cancelled. 1 is to 1. These are the required ratios. I hope everyone understand, dear students. We will move to the next question. The next question. Compute the limit extends to 0, 1 minus cos mx by 1 minus cos nx. First write given limit extends to 0, 1 minus cos mx divided by 1 minus cos nx. Dear students, you remember whenever the problems in the calculus means limits, continuity, differentiation, and application of derivatives. In this, trigonometry formulas are very much required. This is my sincere suggestion to all the students. You learn that formulas of trigonometry and algebraic formulae. Here, the numerator and denominator which are in the form of 1 minus cos A. 1 minus cos A is equal to 2 sin square A by 2. This formula here we are going to apply. So by using this formula, this limit will becomes limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos mx. Here A is there means half of the angle we got it. So 1 minus cos mx can be written as 2 sin square mx by 2. That means m by 2x divided by 2 into sin square nx by 2. So here 2 get cancelled. Both are having squares in the limits. So limit x tends to 0 sin of m by 2x by sin of n by 2x whole square. To get the formula form, you need to learn the standard limit formulas also. Limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x is equal to a. Here x coefficient whatever is there, that only answer will come. So here also, but by observing in the given in this limit, in this third step, x is not there in the denominator for the numerator as well as denominator term. So how it will come? See here, can I write like this? Limit apply for the numerator and denominator. Limit x tends to 0 sin of m by 2x whole divided by x, limit divided by limit x tends to 0 sin of n by 2x divided by x. That means indirectly we are dividing numerator and denominator by x to get the formula form. I hope everyone understand. So in the numerator, what is a? By using this formula, limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x is equal to a, no? So this value is a. Now here this value is a here, this value is a here. So which is equal to m by 2 numerator value, denominator value is n by 2. Sorry. Whole square. 2 also get cancelled, which is equal to m square by n square. Therefore, limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos mx by 1 minus cos nx is equal to m square by n square. I hope everyone understand. We'll move to the next question, which is related to the differentiation. Find the derivative of sine 2x from the first principle, sine 2x. So I will explain step by step, easy way. Question number 18. Question number 18. In the first principle question, first you have to write given function f of x is equal to sine 2x. After that, f of x plus h you can write it. F of x plus h. That means wherever x is there, you have to replace with x plus h. So it will becomes sine of 2x plus 2h. After that, by using first principle of differentiation, we have f dash of x, which is equal to dy by dx, limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So substitute the respective values in this formula. Limit h tends to 0, sine of 2x plus 2h minus sine 2x divided by h. In the numerator, we are going to apply trigonometry applications. Sin c minus sin d. What is the formula for sin c minus sin d? 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. This is the formula you have to apply. So the numerator value will becomes, so this is c, this is d. Limit x tends to 0, 2 cos of c plus d by 2, 2x plus 2h plus 2x divided by 2, sine of c minus d. So 2x plus 2h minus 2x divided by 2 whole divided by h. Minus 2x plus 2x get cancelled. So 2 constant here we can take outside, and limit h tends to 0, cos of 2x plus 2x, 4x by 2. So 2x will come. 2h by 2 h into sine of 2h by 2 means h divided by h. Here a doubt will arise. Sir, this h value where we can apply? That means whether the for cos x function or sin x function. You remember, dear students, the denominator h value, the function which contains only in terms of h, for that you can apply. For the rest of the function, no need to apply. So 2 into limit h tends to 0, cos of 2x plus h, limit apply for the second function, limit h tends to 0, sin h by h. So 2 into h is equal to 0, substitute, it will become cos 2x. Limit h tends to 0, sin h by h value is 1. We have standard result. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1. So therefore 2 cos 2x. Here y means y value is f of x. That f of x is called y. This is called y. So therefore d by dx of, in place of y, sin 2x is there. D by dx of sin 2x is equal to 2 cos 2x. By using first principle, we got this answer. I hope everyone understand. We'll move to the next question. Question number 19 solution. We are going to start now. Show that the lengths of subtangent and subnormal at a point on the curve y is equal to b sin x by a. So curve is given y value. We need to calculate whose slope, that is y1 or dy by dx. After that we will find out subtangent and subnormal lengths. So first step, given curve, y is equal to b into sine x by a. X by a means x into 1 by a. Keep that equation number 1. Differentiate with respect to x. Y derivative is dy by dx, which is also denoted by y1. So b constant, sine of x by a. Sine ax derivative is a cos ax. Otherwise, sine x derivative is cos x. So cos of x by a. Again x by a also can differentiate. In that x by a, 1 by a is constant, you can take outside, x derivative is 1. So we will get y1 is equal to b into 1 by a is b by a into cos of x by a. So y1 value we got it. They are asking to calculate length of subtangent and length of subnormal. First write formulas. Length of subtangent, they are asking subtangent. Simply we can write as LST, length of subtangent. The formula for length of subtangent is mod y by y1. So which is equal to mod y value. Y from equation 1, y value is b into sine of x by a divided by y1 value b by a into cos of x by a. So here b get cancelled, which is equal to a denominator of a denominator numerator. So mod a into sine of x by a by cos of x by a, cot of x by a. That's all answer. Sorry, not cot ma, tan. I forgot. Sine by cos. So tan of x by a. Come to the second one. What is length of subnormal? LSN, length of subnormal. The formula for length of subnormal is here y by y1, no, length of subtangent. Here y into y1. So mod y into y1. So which is equal to mod y value is b into sine of x by a. y1 value is b by a into cos of x by a. So b into b square by a sine of x by a into cos of x by a. Whenever sin x cos x is there, to make into the formula format, sin x cos x is there. If you multiplying and dividing by 2 for this term, 2 sin x cos x, sin 2x formula we need to apply. So b square by 2a into 2 sin x by a into cos x by a. So multiplying and dividing by 2, 2 sin x into cos x, sin 2x. So therefore mod b square by 2a into 2 sin theta into cos theta is sin 2 theta. So sin 2x by a. This is about the length of subnormal. I hope everyone understand. We'll move to the next question and last question in the short answer type questions. Show that the equation of tangent at any point theta on the curve x is equal to c secant theta, y equal to c tan theta is. So very good question. It is example problem. Question number 20 solution. In the next video, LAQ separately, I am going to teach for you, dear students. First step, you have to write given curve. Given curve means the combination of x and y in terms of theta, you have to write it. X is equal to c secant theta and y is equal to c tan theta. And we can take as both are equation number 1 only. So x in terms of theta, y in terms of theta. To get the slope of this curve, parametric differentiation, we need to do that. So differentiate with respect to theta. So dx by d theta, which is equal to c constant. So d by dx of secant x tan x. So c d by d theta of secant theta is secant theta into tan theta. Next, here also differentiate with respect to theta. dy by d theta is equal to c constant d by d theta of tan theta. D by dx of tan x is secant square x. D by d theta of tan theta is secant square theta. After getting the values of dx by d theta and dx by d theta and dy by d theta, we need to find dy by dx. So therefore, dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta whole divided by dx by d theta. So that is equal to dy by d theta is c into secant square theta divided by c into secant theta into tan theta. So c get cancelled, one of the secant theta get cancelled. So secant theta means 1 by cos theta whole divided by tan theta means sin theta by cos theta. So both the denominators will be cancelled. You will get 1 by sin theta. Keep it like this only. Don't write cosecant theta. Therefore, slope m is equal to dy by d theta, dy by dx is equal to 1 by sin theta. Till here, understand all of you? After getting the value of slope, they are asking to calculate equation of tangent at the point theta. So x value c secant theta is x1, y value c tan theta is y1. So the point the equation of tangent at p of theta, that means p of x comma y, x1 comma y1, that values are, I am writing, x is called x1 here, that means c secant theta. Next c tan theta with slope m is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now substitute the values of x1 and y1 in terms of this. Therefore, y minus y1 value is c tan theta is equal to m value is 1 by sin theta. X minus x1 value is c secant theta. So now just cross multiply y into secant theta minus c into tan theta into sin theta, which is equal to x minus c secant theta. They are asking to prove y sin theta only, no? Sorry, secant theta I wrote, sorry. Here sin theta. Y into sin theta minus c tan theta into sin theta. So except y sin theta, remaining you can take into the RHS. So x minus c secant theta plus c tan theta into sin theta, which is equal to x minus c into secant theta can be written as 1 by cos theta. So c by cos theta plus c into tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta into sin theta. Therefore, x minus c by cos theta plus c by cos theta into sin square theta, sin theta into sin theta, sin square theta. Now what I am going to do is x minus c by cos theta I am taking common. So here 1 minus sine square theta. If we take out common, minus c by cos theta. 1 minus sine square theta is equal to cos square theta. So x minus c by cos theta into cos square theta. One of the cos theta will be cancelled. X minus c cos theta. That's what they are asking to prove. Therefore, y sin theta is equal to x minus c cos theta is the required tangent at the point secant theta comma secant theta. Thank you dear students. We will meet in the next video with long answer type questions. And one more important thing, all VSAQs in the model paper, SAQs in the model paper and LAQs in the model paper, I will make it into single video also. Thank you all.